Good day, everyone. May I introduce myself to you? I am Ayana Gabriel Muhi, the house leader of House of Elijah. So for today's discussion, we're going to propose our project entitled Preventing Inequalities. May I introduce to you my lovely members, Paul Heaven Tumera, Celine Cano, and Maria Elizabeth Victoria. So for now, we're going to proceed to our objectives. After this discussion, the listeners will be able to learn how to treat people and others' lives equally. Students will be able to know the importance of being equal. And lastly, students will never question them, the LGBTQ members, about gender based. So now may we proceed to our abstract of our project. These projects promotes to wake the mind of the students on the current issues are facing on schools, home, and even in the community. The proposed webinar look forward to provide realistic, critical, and factual information to help the participants to further consider each side of the stated problem occurring between genders. The project objects to help the students to become a part of the movement against race-off inequalities on genders and sexual preferences. The proposed project dreams to contribute on persuading attendees of the webinar to be an accurate, unbiased from the opposite gender and effective individual in terms of creating a solution to terminate gender inequalities in the environment. Moreover, in order to implement this project, the group behind this paper would like to perform a webinar or a webinar activity to gathered individuals and present facts and information regarding inequalities on the environment to further achieve the objectives set on the previous statement.
Statement of the problem. Youth. The children of today, or what we call Gen Z, are often leads on discerning the topic of masculinity, feminism, and the problem of why the people in the society struggles to live with gender equality. As stated above, our group chose the topic of discrimination between genders as a response on the difficulties that the society face in terms of opportunities, treatment, and belittlements towards other people mainly because of their gender. Acknowledging this problem and seeking solution for it to end will open a life where we are equally valued and our skill will not be judged and ignored based on our biological sex. Background of the study. With over 7 billion humans in the world, we can totally give them the same treatment as others get. Based on UN World Population Prospects, as of 2021, there are 3.97 billion males in the world, representing 50.42% of the world population. The population of females in the world is estimated at 3.905 billion, representing 49.58% of the world population. The world has 65.51 million more males than females, with a ratio of 101.68 males per 100 females. The majority of countries and regions in the world have more females than males. Therefore, there are more males than females in the world. It is said that gender equality is already existent 8,000 years ago by Johnny Lewis, a science journalist from Melbourne, Australia. As the period progressed, men were depicted more often than women, and in ways of often associated with violence. The quantity of males cannot be natural, says Cintas Peña, suggesting that there was cultural elements skewing the record. Women and children may not have been afforded the same likelihood of receiving a formal burial as male in Neolithic society. The types of object that an individual was buried with also differed. Men were more likely to be buried with arrowheads and other projectiles. Women with ceramics. Men were also overrepresented in cave art from the time, most often in scenes depicting the hunting and war, and were more likely than females to have signs of injury or a violent death.
For methodology of this project proposal, we have decided to conduct a school program since our main target on this project proposal are students. We have decided to use students as our targets on this project proposal. As students ourselves, we would like to encourage students to participate on this kind of arguments, topics that will surely help them to respectfully interact with other people. In addition, we would like to use webinar as our medium on implementing the school program. Due to the pandemic, we have chosen to conduct this program on online seminar or what we call webinar. Since we will use our respective internet connections and devices, the total fund that we need in this project is 0.
Imbalances are the wonder of unequal or unreasonable dissemination of assets and opening among the individuals of society. It exists in all angles, whether it's sex, religion, race, and culture, not as it were that but moreover financially. With all of this, it will be difficult to discover where it all starts and what is the cause of it.
Numerous may not know or care almost those who are influenced by these imbalances. Numerous are harmed, dreaded, and discouraged almost this circumstance, with most of the government in other nations not having an arrangement for it but to disregarding this kind of circumstance. We can completely dispense with disparities, particularly the rise of LGBTQ and Asian abhor in other nations, that might moreover happen over the world. By disseminating study shapes, we'll be able to know around the inclination of the understudies and utilize it as a foundation of the ponder. This venture does not pitch anything, indeed a bit of penny. This will serve as our sweat and difficult work that we put to this.
In this portion of paper, we are going advance discuss the objectives, reason, and prepare. This is often will regularly partitioned into 4 parts: A. Methodology, B. Timeline, C. Workflow, D. Anticipated outcome, E. Evaluation of outcome.
So I'm going to present here our references. We paste here the link. So that's all about our project proposal, and I would like to end this with a quotation. Emma Watson said, "It is time that we all see gender as a spectrum, instead of 2 sets of opposing ideals." That's all. Have a good day.